the Beto. Forever we faithful. Forever we faithful. Not again. Forever we faithful.
Forever we faithful. Niner my gang, whoa, that back came real fast. I feel like Usain Bolt. These teams not like us, they not in the same boat. We get all the big things, we got all the big rings. I read it and gold. We ball never fold, grind stay in that mold. Another ring is the goal. All we do is win, no matter what. It's a scary sight, a Niner jersey and a cut. Faithful to the gang, yeah we up, living plush. Soon as you look up, another touch. Damn, it ain't next year, it's all year now. Crowd full of red, white, and gold, screaming loud. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Niner gang, another win. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Niner gang, another win.
Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Free, and joined by me is my co-host, as always, Deon Johnson from Niner Gang Podcast. How we doing, man?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Doing good. Just real quick, as you guys can see, we have a little new layout going. We got a little score ticker on the bottom, and now on the right-hand side, you'll see our little overlays showing to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We haven't yet already. And if you guys are on X, we cannot see your chat for some reason. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But go over to YouTube on either Fair Faithful Podcast or Niner Game Podcast to go ahead and chat with us today. Today we're going to be going over the Titans-Niners preseason game, and then later on we'll go ahead and preview the game against the Chargers tomorrow. All right, how we feeling, man? What stood out to you last Thursday against the Titans, and how we feeling?
So let's start with the good. The good, Deon Stribling. Like the kid. Like what I saw. Love what he gave to us. He caught 7 out of 8 targets, and the only target that he dropped was honestly behind him when you look at the pass. So that wasn't really his fault. 7 out of 8 targets. He did wonderful work. I think he led the game in general in receiving due to the fact that the Titans didn't have a leading receiver. They threw the ball to everybody and their mother about at least once. I mean, so when it came to that, I love what I saw from Deon Stribling. Grayson Halton looked fantastic. Shout out my boy CG Ruthless, who just did an interview with his dad. So he was talking to Grayson Halton's pops, which is cool. Pops was trying to coach him into getting the jersey, but CG was basically saying, "Hey, look, man, I got to see a little more before I go out and purchase the jerseys. Let me get some in-season action and whatnot." But love what I saw from Grayson Halton. Love what I saw from Deon Stribling. You know what I mean? That was definitely good. Love what I saw from Curtis Rourke. Like, that tells me we've got ourselves a viable backup. We just got to make sure we keep him healthy. Hopefully he's able to go tomorrow night because if not, you're going to see a lot of Adrian Martinez and you're going to see a little bit of Mac Jones. I'm pretty sure you'll see Mac maybe in the first quarter if Rourke can't go because they did take him out of the game. He basically had a situation where I think he hurt they say he hurt his ribs. Because he had a little bit of an issue with breathing. So not really sure what happened. But if you have an issue with breathing, you most likely hurt your ribs. I don't think he punctured a lung or anything like that. But if it's a hard time breathing, you actually had to go to the hospital, then yeah, be very careful, be mindful with that. We'll see what we got. But those were the good things that I saw from the game. What about you? Can't hear you.
I have myself on mute, that's why.
There you go. What's going on, Jed?
So basically, who stood out to me the most this game was Stribling, like you said. What do you call it? He had some great catches out there going up for the ball. He has amazing. Like he comes down with the ball, he catches it. Like that's what we need out there, bro. And I'm excited to see him during the regular season, for sure. And then let's see who we had a couple guys on the defense looking pretty decent. You know, I think the only thing here is, like you said last week, is our safeties, bro. These are still having those issues, man, and I'm worried about that going into the season. We gotta figure out something, man. I don't know, like, but the front line looks good. O line looks decent. You know, our what's I always like Butch's name. Is it Wark? You said Wark, the quarterback.
Ooh,
The quarterback, Wark,
what position?
the quarterback.
Oh, Rorik. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rourke.
Wark. Yeah,
I
sorry. I
always
always
say
butcher
Rorik, but that's the
his
only way I
name.
can remember it.
He,
Yeah, Curtis.
yeah.
Curtis. Just say Curtis. Just think 50 Cent.
Okay, right. So he looked good until he got hurt. You know, he was throwing the ball up there, finding some good plays. I don't know, man. Until he got hurt, and then we had freaking Martinez completely. I don't know, man. I've still got. I know this week we got a couple players back as well. They're going to be the roster, but I don't know. The game against the Titans. Like, the main thing about this was we're seeing how the backups are, right? So,
Yeah.
and I feel pretty positive about our backups right now, or at least the ones that are trying to make the um. I mean, shit, we'll see. You know.
Yeah. So with that being said, we can talk about the bad. The bad,
Mhm.
Adrian Martinez. This is
Yeah.
why you are a practice squad guy. We have no aspirations of putting you up on the main roster for any reason. He looked bad. He had like a couple passes here and there where he looked all right, but then he would it was like he would do something good and then he would do something bad. So you couldn't get a good barometer of who he is because he's always up and down. The other bad, unfortunately, Romello Height. I watched this dude get beat. I watched him get bullied. I watched him slip. There was a lot to be desired left out on the field with Romello Height. Didn't like what I saw in his first preseason game. And the crazy thing about this is the Titans put their starters out there, guys. Just so you know, the Titans put their starters out. So when we were seeing our backups, our rookies, you know, guys that we want to make the team, because that's what the preseason is. It is literally an audition for you to be able to stay in the NFL. You may not stay with the team that you are auditioning with, but it is an audition for all 32 teams to take a look at you. Also, you want to make a good impression on the coaches, because in that way, if somehow you do wind up getting released, what's the first thing you do? You start shopping yourself to other teams. If other teams start calling about you, what do you want heard about you? Good things. So you want your coaches to like you. You want your coaches to say, hey, even though we cut this dude, we only cut him because we got, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so in front of him. And to kind of, you know, it's unfair to him to just hold him, you know, something like that. But in this instance, Romello Height didn't look good. Adrian Martinez looked horrible. And to be honest, there wasn't really another receiver outside of Stripling that kind of blew your socks off.
Well, I mean, I do have to say, Watkins was looking decent out there.
Watkins was all right. I mean, if you take a look at the sheer numbers from the game as far as receiving goes, the bulk of the targets literally went to three people. It was Malik Turner, Dejon Stribling, and Jordan Watkins. Jordan Watkins had 10 targets. Dejon Stribling had 8, and Malik Turner had 6. Now, mind you, if you look at the numbers, 6 out of 10 for Watkins, 7 out of 8 for Stribling. I told you that one that he dropped. I don't think that was his fault. And then for Malik Turner, it was behind him. And then for Malik Turner, it was 2 out of 6. So Turner probably gonna stay on the practice squad. We ain't worried about him not carrying. But Jordan Watkins did look a little bit better. I mean, catches 6 out of 10 targets. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? He averaged 9.8 yards a catch. Stripling averaged 9 yards a catch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that. It's good that we have somebody else producing. And to be honest with you, with what we just heard about Mike Evans again, we're probably going to need Jordan Watkins to be out there and produce. Yeah, we might actually start. The only thing is that when we go out there and we start, if Mike Evans isn't number one, you're going to see Stripling probably at the X, and they're probably going to put Debo at the Y. The reason being is because that's how that would work. Because that if you just look at the stack rankings on the receivers, that's just who we have, and that's how that would wind up going. But the other dude that made a small little impact here and there was Trenton Irwin. He only had 2 targets. He got both of them. Both targets caught for 2 targets, 25 yards, average 12.5 yards a catch. But you can't really say he averaged 12.5 yards a catch because one of those catches was 18 yards, and the other one, obviously that was just a little small one. But I'll take that as far as that goes. And I've been hearing really good things about Trenton Irwin in practice. Let's go with kind of position by position, and let's see what we got. So we already know that Curtis Roy was way better than Adrian Martinez can fathom. Adrian Martinez was hot garbage. Let's talk about our running backs because we had a trio. We had a trio of guys out there running the ball.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the bulk of the carries went to Sincere McCormick. 10 carries, 38 yards. He averaged 3.8 yards a carry. His longest run was 7 yards. So the 3.8 is probably very true to an extent. He had some nice runs. Adrian Martinez, 2 carries, 18 yards. But if we're sticking to the running backs, we have Khalil Herbert with 6 carries for 18 yards. Zamir White, 2 for 1, and Patrick Taylor, 5 for -5 yards. So backs didn't look really good. McCormick was the only one who looked okay. But what this tells me just from watching the game is that position group relies on the position group in front of it to do its job, and they didn't do their job. Our O-line was not very good. They didn't really.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, not at all. Didn't do too good on protecting the quarterback. Adrian Martinez wound up taking 2 sacks. Curtis Roy actually slipped out of a sack just by ducking. So O-line starters, we should be all right. Backups, we got some issues. What do you think about the O-line? Because that's the reason that Patrick Taylor wound up having that negative 5 yards while our running game could not get going because the O-line just could not block. Now, mind you, once again, people, remember, this was our backups. We didn't play a single starter in this game. Not a starter, not a soul. But we were out there against their first-team defense. Robert Saleh put his guys out there. Jeffrey Simmons was on the field. Like, this was their first-team defense. So what that tells Robert Saleh, at least, is, hey, you got a stout run defense. I ain't mad at you. Your pass defense is a little suspect, but your run defense is solid. So that gives him something to go on, something to think about. Mm-hmm. But for me, our O-line did not look very good. What do you think about that?
Our O-line, which doesn't surprise me, like I said, did not look good. And I know we're having issues at the left guard position because Connor Kobe is not looking good in camp. So that concerns me a lot. We gotta figure out something there. Because our backups ain't doing it either. But, like we talked about before, even last season, John and Kyle never fucking make this a priority. And it's in the process. Yeah, sure, like, our O-line's up there or whatever sometimes. But looking at the game, when you're watching the game, it don't look like we're in that top 10 tier of O-line efficiency. We need help there completely. People say like our O-line's fine, but no, it hasn't been fine since for the past 5-6 years.
It's always been a makeshift group of guys that we put together, and somehow they wind up in top 10 in PFF every day year.
I don't know how.
I have no idea how, and I'm not sure what they're looking at or how they're grading it, because we're Niner fans. If we watch it, we look at it like going, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. How is it the fact that these guys are going to be, ranked this high? So what I attribute that to is I think they're grading them as a whole rather than individually. Because the only person on our offensive line that's worthy of Pro Bowl or high praise is Trent Williams. You know what I mean? Everybody else on the O-line, I mean, we got some dudes, but we don't have anything that's going to blow your socks off. Like we don't have teams clamoring to come and steal from us or say, hey, let me trade for this guy or trade for that guy. So hopefully we can get the left guard spot filled out because that's the only spot that's truthfully open. As far as, on our offensive line, everything else is set. We already know who the guys are. Trent's left tackle. Jake Brendle's center. Pooney is right guard. And that Colton Kivitz is right tackle. But in this game, Eddie Pinero, he missed a 61-yarder, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
But he looked good otherwise. So, yeah, he was 2 or 3. That long was 52. He missed about a 61-yarder. Now, on the other side of the ball, the Titans, they did their thing. Joey Slye, man. We remember Joey Slye was here for a little second, a little hot moment when we were running through that carousel of kickers. I think it was due to Robbie Gould's injury years back. So Joey Slye, he was money. He was the reason the Titans really won the game. He kicked them through that game because they scored once and never scored again. Everything else was field goals. Joey Slye, let me tell y'all. Yeah, let me tell y'all right now. Joey Slye went 4 for 4. That man himself had 13 of the 19 points for the Titans. Just the kicker. So that tells you that the defense started to show up once the backups came onto the field. Because we did run through we did have a Will Levis sighting. We had a Mitchell Trubisky sighting. But one thing I do want to do is show love to the Titans. Hey, run game was insane. They ran all over us, through us, up under us, and everything. Just for context, if you don't understand what I'm saying, the Titans literally had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 8 different people run the ball. That includes quarterbacks. 8. And they amassed a total of 167 yards. Now, mind you, I would say out of those 167 yards, I'm just going to look at who was actually a running back versus other people running the ball. We got some guy named Julius Chestnut. He got us for 9.4 yards to carry, but he did have a long run of 34 yards, and he had a total of 47. So he didn't really gash us. He just had that one play that was really, really good. Tajay Spears, 4 for 35. Once again, this was a chunk play, 4 for 35, but you had a 25-yard run. So those two, you can see that the numbers got a little bit lower, but we gave up chunk plays, so that's why they look inflated. We did wind up getting 3 sacks. All of our 3 sacks came on Will Levis. So shout out to the defense for making it happen. But for the Titans, like I said, 167 yards, 8 different people carried the ball. They spread the ball out amongst all these guys. Tony Pollard was the only one who scored that touchdown early in the game. The issue I saw was a lot of missed tackles and not wrapping up. And that's what happened. Because if you see, I think it was Tajay Spears or Tony Pollard, he ran into a pile, and next thing you know, he just spun off the pile, and I think that was his big run.
Right.
So we have to be better with our tackling because the Titans just killed us with that run game. Even though the gains were small outside of the chunk plays, we still have to be better because we kept allowing them to get into field goal position to be able to allow Joey Slye to come in and kick those field goals. But shout out to them. They had a couple of different people. Now, the Titans literally threw the ball 12 times, but they threw it to just about everybody. The only people who had 2 catches were Wan'Dale Robinson and Xavier Restrepo. Everybody else had 1 catch each, and that was all they had. But Restrepo and Robinson were the bulk of the targets. Both of those guys had 4 targets each. Everybody else was just, hey, whoever's open, throw the ball. We don't care. And I think that's because Brian Daboll is there, and they're trying to, just figure out what they can do. I always jokingly say that the Tennessee Titans have, that their tight ends and wide receivers, everybody's from Africa just based off of the names. You know what I'm saying? Tamari DK and all these other dudes, man, they got so many cats. And, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Love the motherland. Just they got more people than not. But what did you think about how the Titans performed?
How who performed?
The Titans. How do you think they performed there?
No, I mean, dude, going in, they look pretty good, man. I think Robert has a good team for his first year. I think they're going to be decent. I think Cam Ward will be better too as well. And their defense looks pretty decent as well. So I'm actually excited for Salah that Titans team, man. You know,
I hope that it actually works out for him this go around. Honestly,
me too.
I'm just being 1,000% honest with you. He chose the wrong team when he picked the Jets. That was the dumbest thing he could have done. Like the Jets have not been good since Mark Sanchez, people, and that tells you a lot.
Yeah, I also have to say too that I put a lot of the blame on A-Rod as well for Salah losing that job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he couldn't stay on the field. He couldn't get there. Like there were just things that just weren't working out. But shout out to Salah. Let him have himself a wonderful time in Tennessee. Hopefully he can turn that team around and make it better. Because Tennessee hasn't really always had a lot of issues with their defense for the most part. It's mainly been their offense. They just haven't been good, and that's where they continually fall short.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say their issue a lot to the past couple of seasons has been that O-line as well.
Yeah, and if they can get that stuff straight and make sure that they pick the right pieces and do the right things, it'll work out well. But for us in this game, you saw some good, you saw some bad, which isn't anticipated. I just would like us to not give up these chunk plays, because if you take away those chunk plays from that run game, they didn't really do much. We actually held them down. You know what I'm saying? So remember, once again, preseason is a barometer to see who you got, what you got in them, and what they can do. From this game specifically for me, I will state Curtis Rourke, love it. Deshaun Stribling, love it. Grayson Halton, wonderful work. Ashton Davis, pick that ball next time. Pick that ball. I don't want you face down on the ground, beating the ground because you're mad. I want you to pick that off next time. You had it. It was right there. It just kind of bounced off. Yeah, I understand it, but we got to make sure that it works right.
All right, so we'll go on. Let's move on to this week. We got the Chargers tomorrow in LA. They had a joint practice yesterday, and all I saw on Twitter was defense was getting fucking mollywopped by Justin Herbert.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, they did not have good reports for the defense. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I watch Grant and I take him with a grain of salt with what he says, because he does a lot of things for shock value. But to be honest with you, he's the most honest reporter that we got. Everyone else is just too team friendly for my liking, and they don't tell you the truth of what really happened. So the good. We had a Kalon Black signing. We had a Kalon Black signing. They said that young man was tearing that Chargers run defense apart. I like it. Now, here's the only issue with this is, and Brandon knows me, he knows where I'm going. Will Kalon Black ever touch the ball in the regular season? So shout out to KNBR. I was listening to them on Twitter this morning, or X, Twitter, but I call it Twitter. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn either.
Listening to them on Twitter this morning. Yeah, it's still the same thing to me, man. This is what it is. So I was listening to them, and they were talking about the same thing that I've been talking about. And I've said this for years, and I love how it always takes people, 50 years to catch up to points that I make, and then everybody take credit like they knew when y'all know I've been saying this forever. It's the fact that we draft the running backs and we don't use them at all. They don't get a shot or they fail. And I'm sorry, we do better with undrafted running backs. And at this point right now, Kalon Black, by all accounts, seems to be perfect. Seems to be a good dude. So my thing is, and then they were talking about Christian and how he doesn't like to come off the field, which is why I sent you that thing that I sent you from Raw Room, in the chat, where he was talking about how CMC, but he didn't even come off the field. So here's my thing. I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it, and hopefully pray that they hear me. Bobby Turner, Kyle Shanahan, you're the head coach. You are the running backs coach. Tell him to sit down.
Yep.
Do your job. Force him. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife just said, siéntate, por favor. Please, sir. Before you step on the field, cuidado. I don't care what we got to say to him. I don't care if you got to smack him. I don't care if you got to grab him by the back of his damn jersey and his pads and yank him backwards. Make that young man understand, hey, I need you for the long run, not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That little run that came out Black just got, don't be mad because you didn't get it. You ain't going to die. I need you for the playoffs. That's where we are trying to get. If there's one person on this team, one, that has the mindset that I have for this year, his name is Deon Lenore. He basically said, I think in his first interview that they let him do, it's Super Bowl or nothing. We ain't out here to play games. We out here to win. Now, here's the other thing. Mike Evans. Again, couple plays. Now you're out with tightness again. This ain't looking good. You've been out with tightness several times during this training camp. I don't like it. Because that's telling me that you're old and that your body is breaking down. You have to at some point.
I'm also trying to figure out, are they fucking stretching before practice or like what the hell?
Yeah, like what are they doing? Like honestly, at a bare minimum, because the tightness, and this has been the new word of training camp for the 49ers. Everybody is missing with tightness. Christian McCaffrey didn't play because of tightness. Mike Evans exactly because of tightness. Nick Bosa isn't practicing because of tightness. Now, here's the thing. Two things can be true, and I want your thoughts on this. They're saying that CMC and Nick Bosa, and these are just reports, it's not nothing that's been corroborated. They're saying that both of these dudes are holding out because of new contracts. So CMC is holding out because Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs, they wound up getting paid. Let me explain something to you. CMC is 30. You don't pay a 30-year-old running back, young boy money. You just don't. I'm sorry. I don't care who he is. You don't pay a 30-year-old back stupid bread like that. The reason those two dudes got it is, number one, they're young, and number two, they've been producing for years. Jahmyr Gibbs deserves every single dime. If you ain't seen who Jahmyr Gibbs is and how that young man plays, I implore you to do your research because that man is on fire. Bijan Robinson, are you serious? Have you seen what he's done in Atlanta with no O-line? People, those dudes have a right to get paid. Right now, CMC, with over 400 touches, you're putting too much mileage on your body to try to extend your career. There's not longevity there. So if I'm giving you a contract, I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't giving you more than 2 years. Max.
I
need to see Kayvon Black on the field because I need to see what he has. And if you are being so stubborn that you don't want to bring your ass off the field, I don't want to hear it. You're going to sit your ass down whether you like it or not. Nick Bosa, he can't hold out for a new contract. You know why? He tore another ACL. The man has literally missed about 2 seasons with it.
Actually, with Nick's thing, it wasn't tightness. It was he has tendonitis in his knee. That's why.
Oh, tendonitis. So tendonitis and tightness are 2 keys.
He's saying he's feeling way better and he's feeling good that he can start week 1. So
I think it's a situation where they're just holding him out until week 1 and letting him do what he does. If there's one thing that Nick Bosa has done, he has been very, very smart with his body. He understands his own body. He knows what he can and cannot do. He had an ACL tear before, and when he had an ACL tear the last time, he came back in week 1 and played, and he didn't practice much, and he never plays in the preseason. So I'm not worried about Bosa. All I'm saying is you can't say that it's due to a contract because he didn't play last year. So I'm sorry. I ain't about to give you no new contract. I ain't got no production out of you. I'm not giving you money from a couple years back. I'm giving you money. The NFL, what have you done for me lately? Shout out Janet Jackson.
So real quick, so the whole CMC thing, I was listening to 95.7 The Game and KMBR, and they were both saying that none of us think that CMC's holding in for a new contract. I think he really does have fucking a tightness issue or whatever, or is that they're just holding out until basically the season starts, so he's not injured, basically.
Yeah, Callie said that. I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, these are things we're talking about. It makes me laugh because, like I said, I'm not paying a 30-year-old running back, young boy money, and I'm not paying, Nick Bosa when you didn't give me no production last year. I'm sorry. Right. You want money next year? You better come out here and you better ball out. I bet you better be a double-digit sacks. And I ain't talking about just 10. I'm talking about like 15 to 16. If you want some new money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
but let's talk about this real quick. Can we talk about what fucking happened to 27 yesterday as well?
What happened to Jair Brown? Oh, Lord, I see. Probably said that, man. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he was getting trucked out there, bro. There's video evidence of him getting destroyed out there.
See, here's the thing. We all know that
we're talking about practice.
We talking about practice. So here's the thing. All I heard about the practices yesterday was negative stuff from us. We did not have a good time in practice. We were getting murdered on defense, and our offense didn't look much better against their defense. I look at it like this. These are joint practices. Of course, everything is vanilla. Kyle did state, he did say in his interview that the people that thought CMC was holding out for a new contract are idiots, that is not true. He actually said it's not true. As well, he did say that some of the starters would play in this game. He said he didn't tell who would be starting, but yes, you will see a few guys out there. Here's my thing. Them starters are going to go out there for maybe about a series or two.
Yep.
And they're going to come right back off the field. You ain't going to catch nobody. Brock, I don't think Brock's playing. Doubt it highly. I think they may throw Mac out there.
We can't risk it.
Yeah, but I'm not risking my quarterback. No thanks. You know what I'm saying?
Here, look at
the other thing.
Look at the ticker on the bottom.
From when I was here from Grant.
Look at the ticker on the bottom.
Oh yeah, the Vikings beat the Giants.
Oh, you're a little behind. Is it, on my end, it said 49ers defense get torched by Chargers.
Oh wow, yeah. It just, I mean, we did. That's what they're saying. We got obliterated, but I'll take it. I'll take it with a grain of salt. We'll see what happens in the game tomorrow. I really wish I was out there in LA to be able to go, because I called my brother up and we go. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a diehard Charger fan. That'd be the first time me and him got a chance to go to the game. We definitely would do it because we would have a blast. You know what I'm saying? But I even heard Trey Lance was out there serving us up. So that tells you a lot, you know. But here's the thing, and this brings me to a different discussion. Though Trey Lance is, I think, QB3, if I'm not mistaken, because DJ, I think it's Ukulele. I don't really know how to say his name, bro. I'm sorry. Polynesian names are very hard to pronounce, and I'm really good with pronunciation, but I got to hear it properly from them so I can say it correctly, just so I know that the phonics come out right, versus me just destroying someone's name. Because oddly enough, everyone looks at as Roman Reigns as Joseph. Roman Reigns' first name is not Joseph. His first name is Leitai. Look it up. Don't believe me. So here's the thing. When it comes to Trey Lance, you know how Mike McDaniel's there. Mike McDaniels was here when Trey Lance was here. Trey Lance, to me, I will always state, never got a fair shot. That's my opinion. That's just me. I know a lot of people are like, move off of it. I don't care. I'm not jumping back on that. I don't care about what happened. It's already gone. He's moved on. He's with the Chargers. Here's the thing. Could we see what Trey Lance might have been in this offense with Mike McDaniels over there in LA? It doesn't say he running the same damn thing. He just puts his own spin on it. And to be honest with you, at this point, it looked like he ran it better than Kyle, because they was killing us. We couldn't do nothing to them. So my thing about that is that puts us at a disadvantage. Why? Because you have Mike McDaniels sitting there with all of the knowledge of what we do. He knows Kyle. So he could just be sitting there working with the D coordinator like, hey, look, when he get into this situation, he going to do this. When he's in this situation, he's going to do that. He's going to go here. He's going to focus on that guy. Like, he can tell you everything that Kyle's going to do. So you have a disadvantage. You've got somebody there with knowledge of our playbook, literally running our playbook against us. So it's going to be hard for Raheem to do what he needs to do, and it's going to be hard for Kyle to do what he needs to do because you have somebody sitting there that has knowledge of everything you could think of.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind, people. If we lose this game versus the Chargers, there is a disadvantage. I don't care how you evolve it. I don't care how many ways you change it. You could go from, sprint right, 35 option, Django B to, sprint left,
Right.
32 option, Django D. Whatever you do, it doesn't change the play. It just changes the way that you state it. It changes the play call, not the actual play itself. We all know that Kyle runs the same play about 5 different ways for the most part. But when you have Mike McDaniels who knows that and who can do that and help design these game plans, think they got an advantage. Right. Just saying.
That's true. That is true. And
so I think, honestly, tomorrow will show us some wonderful things. It'll give us a barometer on who these guys are, what they do, what they don't do, how can we best utilize them to take advantage of things. You know what I'm saying? As far as any of our rookies, I hope that Deon Strickland continues his greatness. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody else break out. I hope and pray Kalon Black is ready to go because I want him to run all over this.
Same.
I need to see him. I saw what he did in college, but I need to see him on an NFL field against an NFL defense out there running the rock. To be honest with you, I don't want to see any more Patrick Taylor or Sincere McCormick or Khalil Herbst. I don't want to see none of these dudes. I don't care because those dudes ain't even going to make the squad, being honest with you. I don't think that most of them are going to make it. I think, to be honest with you, out of all 3 of those dudes, they're going to wind up keeping Patrick Taylor because they always do. Taylor is just like some dudes, they live on the practice squad. And I'm going to be honest with you, not going to lie, I live on the practice squad. You know why? You can make a good living on a practice squad. You're still making near 6 figures. And you're doing what you love. So it ain't like you go to work and you hate it. You don't actually have to play. You get to travel all over the world for free. Like, what are we doing? I mean, if y'all told me, hey, man, throw in a couple more pounds, we're going to make you into a practice squad running back, and we're going to pay you 6 figures,
right?
Where do I sign? I do it. All I got to do is just go to practice. I need to play. I know I ain't getting on the field because CMC ain't going to come off the field. I ain't worried about that one. If I do, I'll be on special teams. But, it's different things. Special teams. Ooh, not good. Not good. Special teams in that Titan game was not good at all. We had a lot of things going on. But what I can say is,
real quick, I do want to say that we also forgot to mention that Kyle did also say yesterday that if it wasn't a joint practice, CMC would have practiced out there yesterday, basically.
Yeah, he did state that he would have. He said if this was a situation where we had to go and it was like week 1, he would play. So that goes exactly to what we were stating. Excuse me, that he just hold them out. That's the same thing. It's just like the Rams with Aaron Donald. Everybody's talking about, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen this. We haven't seen that. Aaron Donald ain't coming in no damn training camp. Aaron Donald going to show up healthy, fit, in shape. And if he decides to play this year, you'll see his ass the first week of practice for week 1. That's when you'll see him. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still mad at the Rams for being some punk-ass busters and crying to the league to get this game put over in Australia because they get mad when we take over the damn stadium. I would have been at that game. I would have went. I would have put the money aside. I'd have went to SoFi. I have 50 billion places I can stay in Los Angeles. I don't need a hotel. I don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got my family. I got my wife's family. I got friends. Believe me, somewhere to rest my head is the least of my worries when I go to LA. But at the end of the day, I would have loved to have been able to go to the game. But once again, we got to pump in crowd noise because the Niners fans take over our stadium. We're so worried. Yeah. I remember a couple years back when Stafford's wife was literally begging people not to sell the Niners tickets. I'm just saying, people, the reason these things happen.
That's why we actually call it Levi South.
We'll see what we have. It is what it is. People don't understand, man. Like when it comes to California, to be honest with you, we run California as far as like fans, because Rams fans don't exist. Love Charger fans, but they are not as big of a fan base as the 49ers. And there ain't no other teams outside us.
Right.
Oakland left, they went to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And the Raiders, the good chunk of their fan base
Exactly.
is Latino. You know what I'm saying? They have fan bases other people, but a good chunk of their fan base is Latino. Very much so. Hell, the Raiders jerseys back in the day was known for being associated with the infamous 18th Street game. You know, that's when you wore that. If you wore that 18, I mean,
right,
it meant something. And you got to be careful where you wear that thing in LA, because certain places. But when it comes to this game versus the Chargers, I want to see more Dejon Strickland. I want to see Kaylon Black. I hope and pray that Curtis Rourke is available, because if not, I got to keep watching Adrian Martinez destroy my team. You know, defensively, I need a DB and a safety to stand out. I need that big time. I did hear that Bernardo Green had a pretty good day until All-Pro Fred decided to knock him out the game. Fred, I need you to slow down, sir. You are pulling a Patrick Willis, okay? You're going hard when you don't need to. Chill, bro. It's practice. Relax. You put your whole body in the folks. You broke somebody's ribs. Now you're knocking people. Fred, don't do that. We love you. We do. You are the best linebacker in the game. Period. Point blank. There is no one better. But don't be killing us. Kill the other team.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
For me, I need to see the defense, the DBs to be better, the safeties to be better going into this game, because we cannot be looking like complete garbage and be embarrassed. I also do want to see Black out there, especially because after I heard that he had a great practice yesterday for his first day back. And I think we need just all around a better defensive performance. Yes, altogether.
Oh, shout out to Nick Martin for leading the team in tackles with 8. Love it. One thing that I do have to say about Nick Martin, I need you to take a little bit better angles, because there were a couple of times where you wound up running into the actual offensive linemen. You got to take better angles, get around those dudes. That's all you need to do to clean it up. Shout out Tatum Bethune. Bro, did you see how he blew up the running back? Good Lord. I don't know why that running back was there. I don't know what he was thinking, but he got
murked.
Okay,
that was death on for sure.
Blew him up and then got the sack. So shout out Tatum Bethune for his great play. I love that. That was a wonderful play. So actually, let's shout him out. Tatum Bethune with the sack. Shout out to Larry Work III, and shout out to James Thompson Jr. I want y'all to pay attention to that name. I saw him on Thursday flashing all over the place. He was everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, I mean everywhere. Him and Tatum Bethune. I saw 48 flying all over the damn field. He was, and there was somebody to be tackled. He was somewhere near it. So I like that. So that gives me hope. So that tells me I got Tatum Bethune. I got the bullies back when I got Fred and Dre. And I mean, just having Fred and Dre back together again, it's just beautiful. Having Fred and Dre is.
That's gonna be fun to watch for sure.
I know it's a hard to those two dudes, the camaraderie, the connection that they have. Like, they don't need to even talk to each other. They know it's telepathic. You know what I'm saying? He can look and give him a nod. All right, I know this person's going this way. I need to be here. That's just how it works. So I like what I'm seeing from those dudes. But like I said, James Thompson Jr., number 75, pay close attention to people. He was everywhere. And I saw a lot of them, and I like that. That means that you're sticking out, and you're going to try to make yourself a reason, a good reason for us to make the team. And the other person that we had, Agbo Okoronkwo, he had a sack as well. So shout out to him for getting his sack. That was wonderful. Definitely gotta love that.
Let's keep an eye out on the rook too. Remilio Height. He needs to have a better game going into tomorrow.
Amen. shout out to Ephesians Pricesock. Wonderful play on the goal line. Wonderful play on the goal line. Very long arms. You gotta love that. But I did hear he was getting torched and killed in practice.
He was getting torched yesterday against the Chargers, so we need to see better from him going into tomorrow's game as well.
Yep. And here's the thing. We had 4 passes defensed in total as a team. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at that. The Titans wound up having just one. So we had Ephesians Pricesock with one. We had Ashton Davis had one, Eli Apple had one, and Darrell Luter Jr. had one as well, which is good because Darrell Luter Jr. never does much of anything. He just kind of exists. We always see 28 out there, but he always on the practice squad. He ain't cracked starting lineup in a minute. So we'll see what we get from this game tomorrow, but I do think that everything worked out well. You know what I'm saying? It was a loss, but it's preseason. Like, we don't care too much. We just want to see what we have and the players that we have and what things we can do to be able to make them better. So this is going to be an evolution of things, obviously, because we have a new DC and Raheem Morris. So we have to start adjusting to what he does and what he likes to do, and how he's going to be able to scheme things up to make it work better. If I'm Raheem Morris, I am in Kyle's ear and I'm going, hey, what is he doing? Why is he doing it? Where do you think he's going to go? Because just as much as Kyle knows Mike, Mike knows Kyle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm the teacher, I know my student. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Kyle, when he's doing, why is this like, collaborate, sit with each other, talk with each other, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And for the life of me, Kyle, shave that damn mustache. You look like a douchebag. I hate that mustache. It's ugly. Shave it, grow your beard out, do something, but you look like a straight douchebag. And I already don't like you as it is. So just please shave the mustache. Make it go away. Can't stand it. I don't know why. But either way, let's see some great things tomorrow. Shout out to the Chargers. Shout out to my brother AC the Barber. If you out in LA and you need to get your haircut, AC_barber on Instagram. Check him out. He'll chop you up stupid nice. He'll get you right. You'll walk out there just like any other man does with a haircut, feeling like a new man. Ladies too. If y'all got the short haircuts and whatnot, y'all into the designs and y'all want, fades and whatnot, my man AC will take great care of you. AC the Barber. Check him out on Instagram. You need your haircut, he will get you. And the price is nice. Okay? We ain't talking dirt cheap, but we ain't talking, these $150 things and people's massaging your face and shit.
Yo, that's just wild.
Bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Shout out Sly Huncho. I love him. I follow him on Facebook. I follow him on YouTube. He is priceless because I love when he does his things and what he did with the little shorts, because he's in that mode. I like that. It's entertaining. But I am not the guy that's going to pay $150 to $200 for a damn haircut. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If that's the case, if it gets to that point, I'd rather my wife, who is an artist and can draw and do things, and has cut my hair before, by the way. I'd rather her do it. I'd rather her sit there and watch 50 million videos on YouTube about how to blend and all that other stuff, and just let her figure it out on my head and to pay $250 for a damn haircut. That's just insane. You know what I'm saying? But either way, let's see some good things from the Chargers. Let's see some good things from the Niners. Hopefully both of us can find some gems in this, where guys are saying, hey, we saw this. And then at the same time, hopefully these young men make a way for themselves to be able to make it onto another team, even if they don't make it with the team they're currently on. Like I said, audition. It's all the preseason is. You are basically saying to 32 NFL teams, this is what I got. Can you work with that? Am I good enough for you to sign? Am I good enough for you to give a contract to? Can I help this team? Can I help your team win football games? Can I be a good person? Oh, and another person, Jaden Duggar. He looked good too.
Duggar did look good. So I'm gonna look out for him again tomorrow.
Yep. But thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all we really have for today. We'll continue to come and keep bringing y'all fantastic content like this. Shout out to B-Dubs. Everything you see here as far as the imagery, the basically our production is B-Dubs. So everything you see here, all of the flashy fly shit, that's him. I'm just here to run my mouth. But all of this stuff, none of this would be possible without Brandon. I have to give him credit for that. He does a wonderful job. Shout out to our extended brother that's not here. Hopefully he'll jump on with us every now and then, Christian. And then shout out to 49er Media, Anshul. We ain't got nothing but love for you, bro. Keep doing your thing. And Media, your ass is going to that game with me. You are going to this Cardinals game with me. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to go to the Cardinals game with me. It's going to happen. I'm going to find a way to make it work. But you got to go to that Cardinals game with me, bro. We got to link up. We got to go have a good time, have a couple beers, you know what I'm saying, and beat up on some Redbirds. Speaking of the Cardinals, did I hear it right that they got Jeremiah Love injured already?
High ankle sprain. High ankle sprain.
I think they said they gave Jeremiah Love 14 carries.
Yeah.
Let me take a look real quick. Before we get out of here, let me talk about that because what? Let me see real quick. Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, let's take a look at it real quick. Give me one.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love had 11 carries. He had 58. He had 58 yards? Hey, man.
Yeah, no, he looks good. He looks good. You know,
he looks good, but a high ankle sprain. I'll tell you right now, Cardinal fans, don't look for Jeremiah Love for the rest of the preseason. He's not coming. Nope. High ankle sprains are very, very hard to get over. It's just as bad as a hamstring. So just remember, they're probably going to keep him out, keep him doing his rehab, let him continue to do the things that he needs to do, and prepare him for the season. But your third overall pick is out with a high ankle sprain already, and those can take weeks. And the preseason is shortened. Remember that. So we ain't got 4 weeks. We only got 3. So I think you will not see Jeremiah Love until at least week 1 again. I don't think that you're going to see him any other time. And another thing for you Cardinal fans, you will have a 2-back system. Jeremiah Love will play. You are not going to start Connor and not play Love. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot take a running back that damn high and sit him on the bench in favor of an older running back. No, it doesn't work like that. So y'all will have a 2-back system. It will be Love. It will be Connor. So just keep that in mind going forward. That's all. And shout out to Michael Wilson being one of the best damn talked about. How, I don't know. I feel like he just gets overlooked. Dude is actually really damn good. Like, people need to stop acting like they don't know that man exists, because y'all drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. And have you heard anything about that guy? Yeah, he ain't done much.
All I hear is that he gets hurt all the time. So I don't know.
Consistently. And Michael Wilson, I see him ball every year. I know. I live in Arizona. Yeah, like, there's no way not to know that this dude is balling. So it's what it is. But take us out, B-Dubs.
All right. So that's gonna do it for us, guys. I'll be back tomorrow during the game. I'm gonna try this new thing out that I just did on here. Probably do some play-by-play shit. So Deon, you're more than welcome to join me too if you want.
I'll be working, so I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know what time the game is.
Starts at 7.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be able to hop on like a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, yeah, you're more than welcome.
A little bit of time if things are dead. You know, might be able to slide in here.
If you do hop on, then we can literally just talk about the game too as well. Since I'm already live. So
and then we can speak. You know, hey, great play by so and so, stuff like that. Yeah, we can definitely figure it out. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, I figure we just start doing that more during the season too, just to get the podcast rolling more and out there and shit. So I think that'd be cool.
We gotta get some simulations going too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, get those going.
Sure.
We'll talk on the side about that, because I got to figure out how to do that as well. I haven't done simulation. I don't really know how to link the stuff on the PlayStation and whatnot. So we'll go from there. But thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with us. Y'all know how it is. Stay up, stay faithful. Everybody continue to be blessed. And I will end it with this. If you do not know the Lord and you are ready to welcome him into your heart, please do. All you have to do is just simply say, Jesus, I repent for all of my sins. I love and appreciate you. I thank you for everything that I have. I welcome you into my heart. I welcome you into my home. Amen. You say something simple like that, find yourself a good church, get yourself involved with some good folks, and it'll open the door for happier and greener pastures.
Amen.
We with the Niners, you got to remember, our GM, devout Catholic. You don't believe me? Check the interviews, bro. He will have that ash for Lent.
Okay? Oh yeah, for sure.
So stay up, stay faithful, stay blessed. We appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. And like we say always, tell a friend, tell another friend.
Like always, hit that like, subscribe button, and put your post notifications on, and you'll get the notification that when we're live next. And as always, love one another. We'll see you later. Go Niners. Peace.
Peace.